If you feel so confused on where and how to start to achieve your desires, then this video may be of assistance to you. But first, hi, my name is Sheila Noel, and thank you so much for this conversation. Today, I would love to help you remove a little bit of that fog and confusion so that you can start getting towards your dream. So let's get started. Okay, what I first want to talk about is which era are you in this season of your life? Let's explain. Let me explain. We are humans who have so many passions and wants and needs, but maybe you need to learn to choose. Not that you're putting everything else, you're canceling out everything else, but you need to learn to choose what is most important for you right now in this moment of your life. First, start with what is your need, and then what is your want. So, those are very, very different. Once you get to understand which era you are in life, it will help you know first what you can start consuming in terms of educating yourself more towards the goal that you desire. But if you've listened to some of the videos that I've had, or maybe even some other videos that are similar, you must know that it always starts with you and understanding you. You can start with understanding what you don't like. That is easiest thing to do, I feel, and start jotting it down. But let me see what I have in my notebook. So, yeah, which season is this in your life? Because that will determine the kind of content you should be consuming, where your focus needs to go, and what you need to intentionally declutter mentally, emotionally, and practically. We live in this beautiful era that has a lot of information. And sure, there is an information overload, and it can be good and it can be bad. But let's take the good out of it, okay? We have everything at our disposal. We just need to start removing the noise and start getting a clear pathway ish. Our path, we adapt to it, but having a little bit of direction is where we want to go, right? Once you identify that, you're going to start creating your first win inside of this big dream that you have. It's so, so important to get your first win. And let me explain why. Because now that you have this first thing, you start to add on to your confidence jar what you can achieve because you've done so much already. Your mind actually is so stuck in survival mode that it kind of blurs and confuses you to remember when you need to remember that you did a few things that were amazing, or you did have already a few wins in life. All right. So, whether it's, let's say, if you have a small win of having $1,000 in your bank account, start now. And by the way, please put your money in a high yield savings account. Just do that to start if that's your goal. And then, if another example would be if you want to, let's say, look good every single time that you go out, you want to change your look, right? You want to become this ideal version of you. Why don't you start by, let's say, okay, I will wear this. You don't have to go buy some things because we have things in our closet that we don't wear. So now you have to dedicate this small win for, like, let's say a week, that you're going to um, go into your closet and you're going to actually prepare your clothes so that for the whole week you intentionally look presentable, or the way that you'd love to look if you were that dream person of yours, right? So, similar to your bank account, have a short week, a short goal from 1 week to a month. This is your first win. And it's so important because now you start to build trust. Now you start building your self esteem. Now all of this gets build up into your confidence jar. And then that's where you start gaining a new identity within yourself. And that is where your manifestation becomes alive. So, if this video was of use to you, I'd love to hear from you. But you already have everything that you need, really. You just need to focus, declutter, and act. And you got this. You got this. I am opening a small group of email coaching, and I will put the link in the description down below. If this is in alignment with you, I I welcome you to join. But other than that, I also create a lot of candles. I make them handmade, and I will also put the link in the description. But until then, you got this. You always had this. Start now. Until later? I don't know. My outro is not there yet, but I'll see you soon. Cheers.